Welcome to The Explainer. Now, if you think mushrooms are just, a side dish, get ready to see them in a completely new light. Today, we are unlocking the secrets to making fungi the undisputed, meaty, and seriously delicious star of your plate. So let me ask you, are you kind of tired of plant-based meals that just don't satisfy? Are you looking for that hearty, meaty bite, but without the actual meat? Well, guess what? The answer might be hiding right there in the produce aisle. All right, let's dive into section 1, the mushroom revolution. And we're calling it that for a really good reason. See, mushrooms aren't just a pizza topping anymore. They're becoming the main event. It's happening because they're hitting this incredible trifecta. They're sustainable, they're packed with nutrition, and as you're about to see, they are unbelievably versatile. First off, let's talk about the environmental side of things, because the difference here is, well, it's staggering. To grow mushrooms, you need a tiny fraction of the water and land compared to raising livestock. I mean, get this. A single acre of land can produce up to 1,000,000 pounds of mushroom protein in a year. That is some serious efficiency. You can feel really good about it. And it's not just about being green. Nope. Nutritionally, mushrooms are absolute rock stars. Recent studies from 2024 show that their protein quality is actually higher than most other plants. Plus, they are just loaded with B vitamins, vitamin D, and fiber, all while being naturally low in fat and calories. It's a total win-win. Okay, so they're good for you, they're good for the planet. Awesome. But none of that really matters if they end up all soggy and bland on your plate, right? To make them taste truly amazing, you need to master one single technique. This is the secret to a perfect golden brown sear. The legendary chef Julia Childs said it best, and honestly, this one rule changes everything. It's not just a suggestion, you guys. This is the fundamental law of cooking mushrooms. And the reason why it's so important? It all comes down to some really simple science. And here's the science. A fresh mushroom is about 90% water. So when you crowd a bunch of them into a pan, all that water gets released at once, and you end up steaming them. Instead of getting that beautiful, crispy sear in hot oil, they just kind of boil in their own liquid. And the result? Pale, soggy, rubbery mushrooms. No, thank you. So here it is, the foolproof method. First, get your pan hot. I mean, properly hot. Then add your oil or butter. Lay the mushrooms down in a single, spacious layer. Now, this is the most important part. Do not touch them. For at least 3 minutes, let that crust develop. Then you flip them. And finally, you salt them at the very end. If you salt them earlier, it just draws out more water, and that's going to sabotage your beautiful sear. Getting that perfect sear is half the battle. The other half, well, that is all about flavor. And specifically, we're going to talk about unlocking that magical fifth taste, umami. Now, if you're not familiar, umami is that deep, savory, mouthwatering flavor you get from things like aged Parmesan or soy sauce or a perfectly roasted piece of meat. It's the thing that makes food feel so rich and just deeply satisfying. And guess what? Mushrooms are a natural gold mine for it. And here is where it all clicks together. Mushrooms are naturally packed with something called glutamic acid. That's the compound that creates the taste of umami. So that high heat searing we just mastered, it's not just for texture. It actually triggers a chemical reaction that unlocks and intensifies that incredible savory flavor. It's science you can taste. Want to take it even further? Oh, yeah, you do. These are super simple umami amplifiers. A little splash of soy sauce or tamari gives it another layer of savory depth. Using butter with your oil adds an amazing richness, and throwing in some fresh garlic or a touch of balsamic vinegar right at the end, it just makes all the flavors pop. All right, you have totally mastered the technique. You get the flavor science. Now let's put all those new skills to the test with a few show-stopping mushroom varieties that are true all-stars. Okay, first up, lion's mane. This stuff doesn't just look incredible, its texture is genuinely mind-blowing. People consistently say it's like eating tender crab or lobster meat. Seriously, this is the mushroom you cook to convince any skeptic in your life. And cooking it couldn't be simpler. You just slice it into these thick steaks and apply our golden rule of searing. Let it get a deep, golden crust on one side, give it a flip, and then hit it with some soy sauce and garlic at the very end. The result is a meaty, savory steak that is truly unforgettable. Next up, the mighty king oyster mushroom. I mean, just look at that thick, dense stem. It's so firm and meaty, and when you slice it into rounds, it becomes the most convincing plant-based scallop you will ever try. I guarantee it. The method here is so elegant and so easy. You slice the stems, you score the tops just a little bit to help them cook evenly, and then you sear them in hot butter until they are beautifully golden brown on both sides. A final squeeze of lemon juice at the end just brightens everything up. It's a restaurant-quality dish you can make in like 5 minutes. Okay, you are searing like a pro, you know the all-stars. Let's finish this up with a few rapid-fire tips that will officially make you a mushroom master. Time to level up your game. So, I've got a question for you, and it has a very clever answer. What if you could make your favorite meat dishes healthier, more flavorful, and more affordable all at the same time? The secret is a really cool technique called the blend.
And the technique is so simple. You just mix finely chopped, sautéed mushrooms right into your ground meat. For burgers, for meatballs, for tacos, anything. It adds incredible moisture and that deep umami flavor. You end up using less meat, which saves you money, and you're sneaking in extra fiber and nutrients. It's such a brilliant hack.
All right, let's talk storage, and please listen to me on this one. Throw away that plastic wrap from the store and put your mushrooms in a paper bag. Plastic is the enemy. It traps moisture and creates a slimy mess. A paper bag lets them breathe, keeping them fresh for way longer. And keep them out of that humid crisper drawer. So what about dried mushrooms? Well, you use fresh ones when you want that great texture for searing, grilling, roasting. You use dried ones when you want an intense, concentrated flavor bomb for your soups and stews. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Never, ever throw out that soaking water after you rehydrate them. That stuff is pure liquid gold for sauces. Okay, let's recap the absolute essentials. This is your cheat sheet. Number 1, give them space. 2, high heat is your best friend. 3, let them sit, don't stir them right away. 4, salt only at the very end. And 5, store them in a paper bag. If you remember nothing else, just remember those 5 things, and I promise it will transform your mushroom cooking forever. So there you have it. From sustainable protein to gourmet ingredients, mushrooms can really do it all. We've covered the science, the techniques, and the incredible possibilities. The future of delicious, satisfying protein is here, and it's a fungus. The only question left is, what are you going to cook first?